Did you manage to get your hands on the Goblin Storm Secret Lair Commander deck? If you did or you didn't, I think we can all agree that Wizards bungled this drop pretty badly. While they may have limited it to only one per person, they only printed about 10% of the volume that they really needed. And if you missed out, you really aren't missing much. Wizard of Barge, the artist for the treatments in the deck, put out all of the art for everyone to proxy. Now that's good work. The deck itself is pretty not good. It's ostensibly a Zada deck, but it's got other legends like Kragko and Pashlik in the deck for you to pivot a whole bunch of ways. Is it worth $150? Not at all, even if the roaming throne in the deck is a third of that price alone. But for that $150, let me show you 3 budget Goblin Commander decks that you can build under that price tag all together. Be sure to let me know in the comments which one's your favorite of these 3. And let's begin with a direct competitor to the Goblin Storm Secret Lair Commander deck, my own Zada deck. This $50 budget deck is what I like to call a you won't believe it's bracket 4 deck. It's what a good Zada deck can be. Cheap, explosive, and effective. See, what a real Zada deck wants to do is make bodies, and to be fair, the Goblin Storm deck has a lot of ways to do that. But you need a Zada deck to be as close to the ground as possible as well. See, you want this to be a Storm deck. No. Not in the literal sense the Goblin Storm deck wants you to be. You won't find Grape Shot or Empty the Warrens in here. No, a true Zada deck needs more ways to draw or impulse draw cards, needs more pump spells, and needs more ways to make your goblins evasive and lethal. Zada should be one of, if not the, highest mana value card in the deck. Unless you're bringing friends to the party or are a 1-card wing con at least. Everything else should make tokens, should make mana, should draw you cards, or should pump your team. That's it. Easy as that. Zada has a magic way of turning 1 mana into a dozen cards thanks to cantrips that target. Cards like Fists of Flame, Expedite, Renegade Tactics, and Crimson Wisp are all fine examples of this. They're all in the Goblin Storm deck as well, and apart from Skull Clamp are really your only draw options in the deck. But who wants to be throwing your precious bodies away to Skull Clamp? My version of the deck has a few more examples of what I mean. It takes the $150 Goblin Storm deck and slashes it down to just what you need to win on turns 3 or 4. Yes, it's that good. Yes, it's that fast. This is the cheapest, most explosive deck I think you could ever play. For real. I've got a full deck tech on this brew linked up top. We covered a Goblin aggro deck, so let's look at a Goblin Spellslinger deck. I've been on a kick lately of copying spells, making tokens, and Wort the Raidmother can do both for us. With Conspire, our goblins, token or not, can make more goblins that we can use to cast more spells. While 6 mana is a lot to ask for a commander, this deck's all about making more mana. We are in green after all. Then using that mana to cast big, bombastic spells. You can use a few goblins in this deck, mainly ones that make more goblins or make mana, but the majority of this deck is going to be spell focused, so you can find a lot of overlap with what you would normally get out of that Goblin Storm Secret Lair deck on the spell front rather than the creature front. Some of those creatures include the cheaper lords in the list, helping give haste to some of the new goblins that we can create. Attacking is always a win condition with goblins, especially when you can make them extremely big out of nowhere at all. With just about every goblin token generating spell in this list, you'll be able to make full use of spells like Brightstone Ritual or Goblin Warstrike, often to end the game when you can double them with Wort. Pump all that sweet mana into a Fireball or other X damage spell. Double that spell or triple it, and you can wrap up games pretty easily. If you aren't scared of 6 mana commanders, especially in a green deck with ample ramp, this one's a fresh take on your favorite creature type. My favorite plays include doubling up on Preposterous Proportions for +20/+20 and Vigilance to all of your goblins. No one ever sees that one coming. Or better, with a Double Vision in play, casting a Twinferno and using Wort for a 3rd copy of it, then casting Fall of the Titans and copying it with Wort for even more copies, all on someone else's turn. If you like goblins, but are one of those people that are hesitant to attack, this is a goblin deck for you. Find it on my Moxfield profile right now. Now here's one for you combo lovers. On less than a $50 budget, I've got an infinite combo list that'll have you doing thousands of damage to your opponents with a bunch of uncommons. And that's thanks to Grumgully. I know what you're thinking. This guy's a huge dork. How does he combo off? And that's where just putting a +1/+1 counter on a creature lets you pop off. With persist creatures. There are only a couple in colorless, red or green, but with Grumgully, one of these, and any sacrifice outlet, you get into infinite enters triggers and dies triggers on demand. It's the trick where a -1/-1 counter and a +1/+1 counter cancel out. Classic. I recently did a deck tech on this and a primer for this combo in another video linked up top. Check that out if you want to know more about how this works. You really have to jump through some deck building hoops to make this deck pop off though. This is largely due to the lack of budget-friendly sacrifice outlets in these colors. But it's a great challenge, and it's rewarding to take opponents out in ways that they would never see coming. It also happens way faster than you'd expect too. It's definitely not bracket 4 fast combo like Zada is, but it'll pop off on turn 5 or 6 consistently. Redundancy is key to any combo deck. Chris, you might be asking, what makes this a goblin deck? Well, apart from Grumgully at the lead, Scuzzback Marauders is one of your key persist creatures, and you can use a Goblin Bombardment as your sacrifice outlet and win con. From start to finish, this combo is 100% goblins from top to bottom. Lots of folks are fans of my Gev Scaled Scorch deck, and if you want another flavor of that, you have to try this one out. So if you weren't able to drop 150 big ones on the Goblin Storm Secret Lair deck and are itching for a Goblin Commander list, save a few bucks, or a few $100 if you're contemplating scalper prices, and build one of these lists instead. And let me tell you folks, that goes for any FOMO you may be feeling about Magic. If you can't get the latest set or the latest Commander precons, that's okay. This game is near infinite, and I've got lots of cool budget-friendly options on the channel for you to check out. Drop your favorite budget Commander deck in the comments, or which of my brews you may have built for yourself. Maybe you've built my one-hit knockout Tifa deck, my lockdown control Hilda deck, or my Get Rog Ravenous Ride Powers Matters list. The point is, don't let a price tag make you feel like you can't play this game and can't kick ass doing it. Budget brews are fun, strong, and surprise opponents with something they are not expecting. The only thing that you should fear missing out on is playing the game. Before you leave, be sure to check out my sponsors that make this video possible. Card Conduit. They are hands down the easiest way to sell your individual Magic cards without the hassle of traditional buy listing. They'll get you top dollar while handling all of the heavy lifting, from sorting to grading to optimizing your price across a huge network of vendors. And they'll give you cold hard cash for it. You can use the promo code MECHANIC right now for 10% off of all fees. And if you want to pick up the cards for this list, make sure to go check out Card Trader. Use my promo code MECHANIC right now for 5% off your order from any TCG. Card Trader's zero system means you can get cards from all over the world with only one shipping fee. Save money and time today. Lastly, you can check out all of my decks on Moxfield. Moxfield is the best deck building platform in the world and makes it easy to build decks and search for specific cards with their powerful tools. Have you checked out their drag and drop feature yet? It's revolutionary. Be sure to check out my brews and follow my profile there right now. If you were inspired to brew today, you have to hit that subscribe button. Check out this other deck on my channel right now for more sweet tech. And as always folks, good luck and have fun.